Hawley's humiliation at the January 6th hearing, where they showed him running from the Republican Party that attacked the United States and tried to overthrow America. Republicans are continuing to attack the committee as unconstitutional, saying that the Congress cannot investigate any criminal activity, and the Congress should not be investigated. Like Benghazi, when Republicans investigated Hillary 12 different times, searching for crimes. See, the Republicans in the media constantly lie. Taking them at all seriously is just wasting your time. They lie, they ignore reality, and they attack anyone that even remotely tells the truth. Because the truth is, Republicans can't win without stealing the vote. They already have a constitutional advantage where the small states get a disproportionate chance to pick the president. Where 7 out of the last 10 elections, Democrats won the majority of the vote. And last 7 out of 10, Democrats did not hold the White House. So it's not about protecting you. It's about their power. Now, no matter what they say, no matter what their delusion about the Constitution, it's not about protecting you. It's about their power. The Kansas City Star, Hawley's hometown paper, has a much better take on the reality of the situation. Fist pumper to fleeing coward. January 6th video shows Missouri who Hawley really is. In a scathing op-ed, the Kansas Star takes him to task. They're bullies. And when pushed back, they run like the cowards they are. A signature Hawley issue is masculinity, as in how little of it American men seem to have these days. It's a frequent topic in his speeches and on his podcast, where the left-wing attack on manhood is a dire threat to our society. Regenerative Publishing is set to release his book, Manhood, The Masculinity Virtues Americans Need, next year. Twitter didn't see much viral bravado as he ran from the mob. Not only has he stolen the copyright to his fist pumping and used it to raise money even after he was told to cease and desist, but he's powerful and they get to do as they please. He is a coward and a traitor. That's all he is. But he will scream and he will yell, and this will pass because he's a Republican and the media will not hold him accountable. We realize Hawley's conscience won't make him suddenly do the right thing and tell the January 6th committee what he knew and when he knew it. But as GOP Representative Liz Cheney said Thursday while announcing more public hearings to come, doors have been opened, new subpoenas have been issued, and the dam has begun to break. We have considerably more to do. The committee has delivered on its promises so far. Since Trump left office, many insiders have revealed in interviews and tell-alls that his administration really was as unethical and chaotic as its worst detractors claimed all along. Gee, thanks guys, but why couldn't you have come clean back before the damage was done? History will not look kindly upon the dead-enders who continue to defend Trump long after it's become apparent his conduct was indefensible. When Cheney is saying even more birds are singing, believe her. That's the thing. Republicans are not heroes. They're traitors. They're covering up the fact that Republicans tried to overthrow America and failed. They'll try again. Don't you worry. Now the question is, how many people are they going to kill next time? Because the Justice Department refuses to do their job. Senator Hawley might not feel a little mockery of his hasty flight from the Capitol marauders, but he might be justified if he's afraid of what emails or text messages some previous loyal staffer might be considered turning over to the House committee. Stay tuned to the hearings. So, how many more will suddenly find the patriotism that the Republican Party completely lacks? And will the media, like they're lionizing Liz Cheney here, who voted with Republicans and Trump for 4 years before Trump was no longer useful to her and did something beyond the pale. There are Republicans that work for Trump all the way up until he tried to overthrow America. And then they turn on him, being lauded as heroes. But couldn't they have seen it before? His detractors, like this article points out, knew how horrible Trump was. When Democrats said he was the 45th and last president of the United States, Democrats, from the day he was elected, knew that Trump would try to overthrow America. And the media ignored it. And the media still brings on Republicans to tell us how Trump is the only weird thing about the party. If it wasn't for Trump, they would be law-abiding, rational, true patriots. And somehow Trump came into a rational party and in 4 years turned them into, well, those that Nazis come out to support.